Alright, so today we are talking about The Purge 2. I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold, so this review is going to be quick. I liked it. In all honesty, it was better than the first one. The first one had an interesting concept that crime is legal for 24 hours. With a concept like that, you basically should go crazy with it. Do like different ideas, different stories, and the first one just gave us this generic, conventional break-and-enter home invasion type of movie. It wasn't a bad home invasion movie, it was just kind of a meh. It was there on screen at the time and nothing else. You felt a little bit disappointed leaving because you thought it was going to be like something new, something intense. Whereas The Purge 2, it kind of goes ahead with the craziness that it could have gotten away with, but it's kind of held back by uninteresting characters. Really just uninteresting characters. Lack of focus too, like with its story. It keeps on hinting at like an overall bigger picture, but never really goes for it. But it was still an interesting movie. The gist of this one is, this has 3 different sets of characters. A couple that's going through a divorce that gets stranded in the middle of the streets when the purge is happening. A guy going out to get revenge on the drunk driver that hit his son. And mother and daughter who are in like the poor districts of town, who end up getting like attacked in their home during the purge. But it it was good. Like, I don't know, it was crazy, like leading up to the story, like the actual purge. It tried to do a little bit of character development. Kind of succeeded a little bit more than it did in the first one, but not really. Like the divorced couple, it shows them talking a little bit. It kind of builds a sense of what their relationship used to be, but you don't really get it. Like, I kind of wish they had shown flashbacks or something, maybe, or with the mother and daughter, they're the characters you sort of feel for most, but at the end of the movie, when like the action's happening, all character development they had is kind of out the window because they're just there, sort of thing. Like they explain the mother as like this poor, like working girl trying to get like stuff together. She works at a diner, trying to make ends meet. They explain very little about the daughter, but all they really show is that she thinks the purge is bullshit and kind of follows this anarchist guy who's like, the purge is bullshit, tonight we're fighting back. That's where the movie gets its name, Purge, Anarchy. Because this one, I think an interesting story for this one actually probably would have been to focus on the people who are fighting back against Purge. It's weird. I don't know if this is going to keep on happening with the Purge movies, if there's another one, is that they focus on the wrong story. Like, they have this really boring story that no one gives 2 shits about, and over on the side they have like a really cool and interesting story. A little bit like Godzilla, where it was like, oh, here are the monsters fighting, but we can't show you that right now because there's this human story that we have to get to that no one gives a fuck about. The Purge kind of does that, but the scenes that it actually shows these people interacting with other people who are doing like purging, that's when the movie is good. It's a really suspenseful and atmospheric horror movie at times. When the divorced couple there is going to get gas, when they're leaving the gas station, they see like this group of people who are about to purge. I don't think they had a name. I just called them like the Los Muertos band, because they had like Day of the Dead style makeup, and some of them were like had like the God symbol written above them. And you saw, if you saw the trailer, you saw it. But like they had really good like mask and makeup design, and like the backstories. Well, they didn't really give backstories on these gangs, but like just trying to figure out what they were up to was really cool and a big improvement over the other one. The whole backstory with whatever the government is doing, it's not explained well enough for me to care. Like, at the end, it just says the reason why we're coming into these houses and killing all these other people is because when people purge, they don't kill each other enough. We need to make the numbers better. And this one guy in charge of this, like, turret truck, which is basically what it is. It's a giant armored truck that drives around the city firing a mounted turret at random people. One of the guys in charge of this one truck, because there's like multiple ones, they don't have a name for him, I don't think, anyway. I always called him the Butcher because he has like a butcher's apron on, but they kind of make him out to be the big bad of the movie, but he's very rarely in it. And when he dies, and his whole confrontation with the survivors is lackluster, to say the least. They kind of built it up, but they didn't really do anything with it. The only other gripe I really have with this movie is that when it's trying to tell backstory on the three different characters, it cuts between them a lot, and like you barely get like a half a minute scene with the characters till it cuts with another one. Like, it'll show the guy out to avenge his son. It'll show him driving down the street for like 5 seconds, skip to another character. It was very annoying and made it hard to concentrate on what was going on. Other than that, I liked it. The stuff with, like, just random stuff you see in the background with purging for the first like half hour was actually kind of funny. Like, they're escaping out of this apartment building, and they're in this alley, and you see like these two guys wandering around the alley, and one of the guys is just bent over this civilian, just repeatedly stabbing him with a knife like someone playing Grand Theft Auto. It's kind of like a dark humor sense of funny. And the other miscellaneous Purge characters that were cool was, like, you saw like this one guy just randomly beating a guy to death with a bat. You saw like a flaming bus just go in the background. There's a guy sniping people from the roof. Like, you only see him in this like one scene. You see him set up his sniper rifle on the roof, crack a beer, take a sip of it, sigh, and then just go to a sniper rifle. Like, that casual, like, relaxedness of purging was kind of funny. The only other character I kind of wish they'd gotten into a little bit more was, not character, just a person they encounter in the streets killing people, was this kind of like chubby girl who's just like screaming like gospel, and like, there's biological weapons and they kill so many people because of God's hand, because he demanded, well, tonight I am God's hand, I am a single weapon. And like, I just wish they would kind of explain to her a little bit, or had her as like someone they had to fight. Other than that, really, there's not a lot more I can say about it. It doesn't really set up for a sequel like the other one did. I'm hoping there's another one, because, like I said, it keeps, like the first one, it hinted at a bigger story, and this one, it shows the people who are uprising against the Purge. It shows them take out this mansion of rich fuckers who are selling people during the Purge to hunt, like Manhunt or something like that. Like, not the game, but like Most Dangerous Game. Like, they hunt people in like this room, this like outdoor kind of indoor kind of area. Basically, it's rich white guy hunting. Like, the game is totally rigged on their side. But the guy who's out to avenge his brother still manages to kick their ass. I checked on the Wikipedia page because I really didn't know the characters' names after the movie, so I had to look their names up, and I still really don't know their names. Like, they just have unforgettable names. But the guy whose brother, or the guy who's out to avenge his son, he used to be like a police officer or something, so that's the movie's explanation for why he can kick so much ass in this film. But the only, like, I'm not going to say nitpicks about it, like just things that are weird, is at the end of the movie when he finally confronts the guy who killed his son. He doesn't kill him for some reason. He doesn't say why he doesn't kill him. He just does it. He approaches him, like, holds him down. Looks like he's going to kill him. It cuts to him outside the house. He gets shot by the butcher. Shot like twice. He's down. It looks like he's going to die. Like, he's legitimately dying. Then the guy who you thought he killed comes out of the house, shoots the butcher in the head, and helps the two surviving girls who are with him, the mother and daughter, take him to a hospital, and the movie ends with him walking into the hospital with the two girls. But leading up to him getting to the hospital, they drag him into the car, basically. He's like dying, like it legitimately makes it look like he's dying. But when he gets to the hospital, it looks like he's no more hurt than like one of the guys earlier in the film who was like grazed on the shoulder. Like, that kind of threw me off. Like, I think they should have like shown like people coming to get him in a stretcher or something, because that would have been more fitting to his actual injuries. Other than that, if you want to go see just a really stupid horror movie that's like fun and entertaining, go see this. Like, you're not gonna hate it if you like horror movies, that not scary horror movies, but if you like just stupid what if kind of movies, it's good. Like, if you enjoyed Most Dangerous Game or something along those lines, then you're probably going to enjoy this. The trailers I got for this, let's just check here. Into the Storm. I've got a teaser for this at Godzilla. I don't know, it looks like CGI environmental destruction porn. What can I say? I have no interest in seeing this, and I think it's going to be extremely, extremely stupid. It's like, what if Twister went way too far, basically. It seems like the gist of this. There's like hail, giant hail coming from the sky, like multiple tornadoes. Like, the trailer basically makes it look like it's tornadoes, the killer tornadoes, the horror film, basically. It's going to be amusing, that's for damn sure. Gone Girl. This is David Fincher's new movie, and I am so pumped for this movie. Granted, I still want Girl Played with Fire, but since he's not doing that for some reason, we get Gone Girl, which looks really good. Like, the trailer is basically showing, like, did Ben Affleck kill his wife? That's basically what the trailer shows, and it looks very suspenseful and very intriguing, knowing David Fincher, and if you can feel his trademark lighting and styles on this film, I think it'll be very, very good. Maybe Oscar worthy or whatever, like David Fincher usually gets. It'll be worth checking out, that's for sure. As Above is Below, or As Below is Above, or something like that. No, unfortunately, this is not one of those talking vagina movies, because those are always amusing to watch. This is some found footage piece of shit about people, archaeologists who find the gate to hell. I hate found footage, in all honesty. I admit it can be done right, but this does not look like it's done right. It looks like just really stupid horror movie. Just looks like it's going to be cheap scares and really shitty CGI. There might be one or two few good elements about, like, interesting, like, your past is coming back to haunt you sort of thing, but they lost me on the whole found footage. The found footage I find never works. Like, 10 times out of 100 it works. Like, 1 out of 5 times it works. Very rarely. Ouija or whatever. It's a Ouija board movie. It's going to suck. From the trailer sort of makes it look good, but the trailer is basically pushing, it's done by the guys that had no power on Insidious. Like, it's, I don't know if they, I think they're just, it's a shitty horror movie, jump scare horror movie that has stupid teenagers that is going to be pushed as, from the people that brought you Insidious, is this movie that's just as scary. But from what the trailer shows, it's not. It's just stupid jump scares. The trailer, I guess, is about this girl. She fucked with the Ouija board, a ghost came and killed her, and then her friends find the Ouija board, they're like, oh, we can talk to our dead friend with this, and then whatever was after her is now after her friends, and scariness and ghosts and whatnot ensue. Once again, this isn't one I have any interest in seeing in. I was fooled into thinking Insidious 2 was good when it was just an unnecessary epilogue. So that was this week's review. Tune in Monday night when I'll be posting my new review of The Strain, Season 1, Episode 2. See you then.